Because think about it for a woman, again, when she's choosing to be with a guy in a relationship, she doesn't want to be with a man who's going to be possessive, aggressive, violent, who's going to take everything incredibly seriously, who's going to be boring, all of these things. And so she's going to have to start testing to see, well, is he going to be any of these things? Because a guy, if she says, that shirt looks, gay on you, whatever, and guy's going, oh shit, test time, all right, I've got this comeback to put her in her place. If she's done something like that, really she's doing that to see how you respond. And if you go, yeah, my gay friend picked it out for me, it's nice, huh? Then she sees, okay, this man doesn't take life so seriously, and he can handle a woman just prodding at him, and he's still okay. All right, that she's just projecting into the future and going, all right, so if I was to be in a relationship with him, or if I was to, have him as my fuck buddy or whatever else, it would be cool. It would be relaxed. It would be okay. I would be having fun with him. I would be benefiting from being with this man. Remember, again, she's only going to do it if it's of benefit to her. So please, when a girl starts prodding and testing at you, good sign. It means she gives a fuck at all. Because if she's not interested in you at all, she wouldn't bother. Girls don't just do that for sport. Yeah? They typically do it because they want to find out what's really happening below the surface. After basic biological needs, the thing that everybody wants most is a feeling of what? Any ideas? Belonging, connection, acceptance. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's all in the general vicinity. Everyone wants to feel significant and special. Because on this planet, there's 7 billion other creatures that look pretty much the same and are going through similar experiences, and it can be pretty easy to feel like you're not special. Like you're just another one of these insignificant ant-like creatures going through the processes of birth to death. And so people are always desperately seeking meaning out of their lives, and they are always desperately seeking a sense of being unique and special and significant. Yeah? So, when you're looking at what does a woman want, okay, we all want this, but what does she want when she's with a man is she wants to feel special and significant. Doesn't necessarily mean she needs to feel special like forever after in a monogamous marriage, but that she will want to feel significant. I was with a lover very recently who I hadn't seen since I'd been away overseas. And we got back in bed together, and she just stopped me for a second and said, how did she phrase it? It was like, am I just part of a blur of women? Right? Just an interesting kind of visual. And she asked that question because she knows that, okay, I'm a professional seducer, I'm here for a short time, I'm not going to be her boyfriend. Yeah, she knows all of these things, and she's okay with that. But what she really needed to know was, okay, I know you're with all these other girls, but do I matter? Like, is this of any relevance to you at all? Am I just another face in, this kaleidoscope of women? Yeah. And women will do that, particularly when you get good with them. They'll start to ask you these kinds of questions because they want to know, are they significant? Because I think for a woman, that's her greatest insecurity, is that she's not special as a desired person. And I think the greatest desire of a woman in terms of her relationships is to be desired. Like, women care a lot about the attention that men put on them. We don't so much. I think for men it's more about the fact that we desire, that we want to have. Because we don't really walk down the street going, is everyone checking me out? Does my ass look fat in this? Do I still have it? Am I sexy? I mean, these thoughts will pop up in different ways. We will consider this stuff. But for a woman, that's heavy. That's always. So girls go out in packs and stand in the middle of dance floors and wiggle and dance just because they want to dance. We don't do that. Yeah? They do that because that is about the attention that they're getting from men in terms of, am I special, am I sexy, am I desirable? Yeah? And a woman wants to feel, yes, she wants to feel like men want her sexually and that she is actually desirable, but not in just this generic, like, yeah, she's hot enough to fuck. No woman wants to feel hot enough to fuck. Yeah? She wants to feel like a man desires her specifically. So in terms of, we look at direct seduction, in terms of going up and being direct with a girl verbally, it's far more powerful to go up to a girl and say to her something like, I saw the way your hips were moving down the street and I had to come and talk to you. Or to say, you're really gorgeous when you smile. Yeah? Or your eyes twinkle when you're talking to me, or something like that. These compliments that are very specific to her are far more powerful than going up to a girl and saying, hey, you're hot. Yeah? So if you're going to be verbally direct with a girl, which I encourage you to do and to experiment with, be specifically direct. Tell her exactly what it is about her. I was in Belgrade recently, and I saw this girl who was my type walking across the park, and I ran across the park, which I rarely do, and I ran up to her and I stopped and I said, excuse me, I ran up to you, which I rarely do. And I took a moment, and she's like, why? And I said, because I am crazy about curly redheads who can walk like that. Yeah. That, I guarantee, and she was flabbergasted. Within a few minutes, because I was teaching, I got a number, we had this interaction. The next night, she sent me a text, and this is her initiating it, saying, I was thinking about what happened in the park yesterday, and it made me realize that the 4-year relationship that I've been in is not working for me. So I broke up with my boyfriend today. Yeah. Now, and this is, and it was like, this is not like homewrecker technique 101. What this demonstrates is simply how a woman's needs are not being met in one situation. This woman's been in this relationship for 4 years, and a stranger comes up to her and very sincerely delivers a very, very specific compliment to her and shows her why she is unique and special. Yes, she's a hot chick, but what type? That she had specifically affected me. And of course, the fact that I ran over there and confidently told her this tells her that I'm a man who has choice. She's working all this stuff out. So she's like, okay, this sexy, confident guy who knows what he wants me. That means I'm special. That means I'm really significant. And that means I'm not really feeling that with my boyfriend. In fact, I haven't, and she's saying, I haven't felt that in years, and I've just kind of tolerated it and put up with it. And no, I'm worth way more than that. And so I'm ending it. She didn't end it to be with me. That was the thing. She wrote to me after that something along the lines of, and I can't see you right now because I need to sort this out. Yeah, it wasn't like she broke up with him to upgrade to me. It was just that I gave her the insight of, whoa, she is actually really fucking sexy and she needs to own it and she deserves more out of life. Yeah? So, if you can make a woman feel special and significant, but not in a needy way, that's why you can go and tell a girl that in person, but never put that as a comment on her Facebook photos. Never. Because you'll see that, like, guys who are like somehow friends with models, every time she puts a photo up, wow, darling, that's, the lighting in this photo just makes you look so, amazing or whatever. And I'm like, oh, dudes, please stop. Don't do that. Yeah? That's not going to work. Yeah? Because a guy who's sitting on the computer and like commenting on girls who thinks is really hot is not the guy that's running after the girl and telling her that in person. Yeah? So don't do that online. Yeah? But yeah, go and tell girls these specific things because that makes her feel that's what she wants. Women want to be desired by men who don't need them. They want to be with a man who chose them because that says, I'm special, I'm significant. This is a really important thing to note. I got 1 minute left to cover sex. Here's how I'm going to try and do that. Okay. Many years ago, I lucked upon, well pre like any kind of me going out there and making this happen, lucked upon a girl who taught me how to have sex. I was 22, she was 28, and she was the first woman that taught me that women like sex. That was mind-blowing, and I think there's a point in every man's life where you go, hopefully you realize that women don't just have sex in order to get relationships, or they don't just tolerate sex, or they don't only like sex when they're in love. Women are incredibly fucking sexual. This woman first taught me how to fuck, and I remember her saying to me, fuck me hard and slow. And I was like, whoa, I was like, what is that? And learning that was like a breakthrough. And so this woman gave me instruction on how to be a great lover, and I'm very grateful to her. And I suggest if you don't have a lot of sexual experience, that's what you want to try and find, is a girl who you find attractive and who is willing to help you to become good. That will affect the rest of your life, trust me. Anyway, many years later, she slept with a friend of mine. Now this is a guy who, can I have a couple more minutes? Or? Yeah, because it's going to be weird. And good night. She slept with a friend of mine. And this guy, can I stop that buzzing at me? Over time. Okay, and this guy is, in terms of, I have a range of friends who are all seducers. And when I say seducer in terms of professional, that means you have had sex with 100 women plus, okay, which is a lot. Most men have sex with 5 to 10 in their life or something. So all the guys I know that I would consider to be really good at this, we know it's 100 plus.